Hey there, having a good morning? I hope so. Everybody talks about high blood pressure. Well, we're going to talk about low blood pressure today. Most people don't think it's a big deal, but it's actually just as dangerous. It's called hypotension, and it's when your blood pressure is like 100/60 or below, something like that, and it's just as dangerous as high blood pressure. Some warning signs are, for example, if you're dizzy when you stand up and you feel like you're going to pass out, you're all lightheaded, lack of concentration, you can't, what was I going to say? You're confused a lot. Saggy skin and wrinkles, you're weak and tired even after going for a walk or mild exercise, you're very low energy, you can't handle heat or cold, you're really sensitive to that. You have cold, clammy, pale skin. You're dehydrated a lot. You're hooked on carbs, bread, sugar, milk, and cheese. Lactose is a sugar. Immunity is low. You possibly have allergies, asthma, stuff like that. Your nervousness, anxiety, you're on edge a lot, or depression. But the two really big ones that I would really be concerned about on the outside is if you are dizzy when you stand up, or if you have really loose, saggy skin, lots of wrinkles. And I'll tell you why in a second. Because, well, I'll tell you right now. Why not? Whatever's happening on the outside is happening on the inside. So if your skin is loose and saggy on the outside, your arteries and veins are loose and saggy on the inside. Now, why is this important? Well, let's liken this to stretch jeans. Stretch jeans are really great when you first buy them. They hug you really tight, but they don't feel stiff like normal jeans. They stretch with you. They have give to them, but yet they're very, very tight. Like yoga pants. They feel really good when you first get them. And that's what your arteries and veins are like when you're healthy. They have stretch and give, but yet they're kind of tight and they hold together. Now, what happens, people think one of the big problems with stretch jeans is they start losing their stretch after a while. And one of the issues is because people think they were trained from an early age that heat, when you have high heat washing and drying, it shrinks your clothes and makes them tight again. Well, it does the opposite with stretch jeans because the rubber and the elastic material that's woven into the fabric gets broken down from the heat, from the washing and the high heat washing and drying, and then it gets really loose and flabby, and then it's not tight stretch jeans anymore. Well, that's what's happening with your skin and your arteries and your veins and all that stuff. What holds it together is collagen. Collagen and your elastin, your collagen matrix, that's what holds it tight and makes it flexible, but yet tight, and that's what you need when you're healthy. Now, that starts breaking apart after a while when you're not healthy, and we'll get to those reasons in a minute here. Vegans and vegetarians usually have a head start by not having high blood pressure because they don't do the blood-thickening animal products full of saturated fat and cholesterol and all that stuff. But if they smoke or are under stress, which a lot of them are, that makes them unhealthy too because it really drops their blood pressure because smoking cuts off vitamin C from the body. It's a critical nutrient for pretty much everything, especially collagen, heart health, and adrenal health. And if the adrenals get no vitamin C, then they cannot function. Stress is the final blow to these people who end up literally falling apart. So, yes, my cannabis-loving vegetarian hippie friends, this means you too. And the older you get, the weaker your collagen is, and the more you fall apart, and the more your blood vessels fall apart. Matter of fact, your blood vessels can get so weak and falling apart that the blood can start leaking through them, and that's called varicose veins. So, if you start seeing blood in there, that's not a good sign either. Smoking's the biggest cause of all. That's the biggest by far. Smoking and stress. People look in the mirror, they see wrinkles and loose skin. They go, oh, I'm going to just get a collagen supplement. The big peptide thing is the big thing now. Go just swallow some collagen and my skin will get tight and youthful looking again. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. That's like putting a handful of rubber elastic material in the washer and dryer with your stretch jeans and then turning it on in high heat like you always do and then hoping it's just going to make your jeans nice and tight again. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. It doesn't. You can't just swallow something and hope it's going to make everything wonderful. It doesn't work that way. You have to stop doing the things that caused the problem in the first place. What caused your collagen and your elastin to fall apart? You have to stop doing that. And then you have to start making it so your body can absorb the proper nutrients and amino acids and minerals and vitamins that make your body be able to produce and function properly so you can start rebuilding your collagen and elastin. So it's not just a matter of taking something, it's more of a matter of stopping the things that were bad that caused the problem in the first place. The most common cause of chronic hypotension is burned out adrenals. And once that happens, it then fries your thyroid because of the lack of vitamin C. Vitamin C is highly needed for adrenals and thyroid and stress and all of that, and your collagen and your elastin. Adrenals are usually crashed in overachievers, people that are hooked on stimulants and drugs. They don't get enough sleep, or they're under a lot of stress. Another issue is dehydration. You just don't drink enough water. And caffeine and coffee and tea and juices and sodas do not count. Matter of fact, they are dehydrating also. Just filtered spring water. That's the best of all. Certain medications can seriously drop blood pressure, like adrenal steroids, like prednisone and hydrocortisone, and amiodarone, a heart drug, antithyroid drugs like propylthiouracil and methimazole, lithium, a psychiatric drug, propranolol, a beta blocker. So the first step is to stop doing the things that are bad for you. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, the drugs, the meds, the recreational drugs too. Get away from stress. No matter what the cost, get away from stress. Your life is depending on it. Avoid stimulants, avoid energy drinks, caffeine, alcohol, meat, dairy, breads, pastas, refined carbs. You've heard all this before. If you can, avoid amino acids, phenylalanine and tyrosine if you have low blood pressure. And find people that make you feel good. I mean, get a sense of purpose. You got to have a reason for getting up in the morning. Depression is not good. Juice. And I don't mean sweet juices. I mean green juices like celery, stuff like that, A lot of green juices. Vitamin C, you need a lot of vitamin C. The rind, the bioflavonoids. It's so important to have a lot of the rind and the pith in there also. And that's why I showed you the miracle berries. It makes the bitter tasting stuff like the bioflavonoids, the rinds, taste sweet. So you can throw a whole lemon in the blender and it tastes like lemonade. It's amazing. So that's at marcusberry.com if you want to make bitter stuff taste sweeter. Ginger is really good. It helps circulation. Green tea instead of coffee. What else? Tocotrienols and nutritional yeast for the B vitamins. Cayenne for circulation. Rebuild your adrenals with age-free. And those are the most powerful adaptogens in the world. Schizandra berry, eleuthero, licorice root, astragalus, jogulin, ashwagandha, nettle leaf, and amla berry. That is the most powerful collection of adaptogens in the world. Vitamin C, herbal vitamin C, not the white powder. Sunlight, go for a walk, meditate, deep breathing. And then there's the blood sugar issue. I mean, this is, too much insulin. When you eat, you release insulin, and especially refined carbs, which everybody's addicted to. Bread, pasta, cereal, cookies, crackers, all that stuff, that's made with flour, that's baked in an oven, releases insulin. Too much insulin drops glucose levels, leading to low energy crash. You eat and then you get tired afterwards. There you go. A sign that your pancreas is really burned out is you eat a lot of food and you still don't have energy. Now you're close to diabetes. That's not good. Animal products can make it worse by blocking your insulin receptors. So yeah, the collagen and the elastin are falling apart, but the answer is not just to take collagen supplements or peptides or even my collagen kit, which is good, but if your body is not absorbing nutrients properly because your stomach acid is too weak because you're eating bread and you're eating, bread is like a sponge. You put it in some liquid and it soaks it up. You put it in your stomach and it starts soaking up the stomach acid, and your stomach acid is going to be so weak you're not going to be able to properly digest nutrients. A lot of vitamins like B vitamins are acid dependent. So, and not only that, the breads feed yeast. Once yeast starts growing in your stomach, now you start getting acid reflux. I'm going to make a whole video about that. That doesn't mean your acid is too high. It means it's too low. I'll get to that in another video, maybe the next video. But the point is, stop with the bad foods. You can't have bad food and then mix in some good food and then think, oh, the good food is going to counteract the bad food as long as I have my nutrition. Well, if the nutrition isn't absorbing into your body, it's not going to do you any good. So you got to clean out your diet, your refrigerator, your liver, your colon first. Stop the bad stuff. Stop the meds, the smoking, and the stress, and all this stuff I mentioned earlier. And then you clean out your liver and colon and all that stuff, which I've made videos many, many times. And then you put the good stuff back in. Now you start putting in the building materials of collagen, elastin. Do not think that these highly refined isolated factors, the collagen peptides that people are taking, are just going to go into your body and make your skin look smooth. It doesn't work that way. A lot of these things are very inflammatory, and they are something that actually can cause many issues in your body because not just the animal sources, but because of the way they're refined. What you want to do is take natural things found in nature that are still in the form that your body recognizes, and then the body has to break everything down anyway into the proper amino acids. So what is collagen made from? What is your thing, the elastin, everything that holds you together? Well, it's certain amino acids, which is what these collagen peptides focus on, but what they don't focus on, which is even more important, is the biggest part of it, is silica. That's why the green formula has bamboo in it. It's one of the highest sources of silica. And then you need vitamin C, not the white powder, because that backfires on you. You need the herbal vitamin C. Vitamin C is not just ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is just the thing that holds the whole vitamin C complex together, and you need the whole complex. And you only find that in the natural whole form that are all found in the vitamin C herbal formula. So you need to get your vitamin C from your natural herbal sources. So you need your silica, you need your vitamin C, and you need your amino acids. That's why I created the collagen kit, which is the seaweed for the minerals, which are really, really important. You know that guy that lived off of his fat for a year? He was a medical experiment. He was like, 300 pounds, and then he lived off of nothing but fat for over a year. The only thing they had to give him more than anything was minerals. You have to have electrolytes and minerals, and that's why the seaweed is so important, because the seaweed not only has the iodine for your thyroid and all that, but also minerals. It's one of the best sources of minerals and nutrients in the world. So that's why I have the sea moss. I know it's smelly and nasty looking, but come on. If you're not going to eat the way you're supposed to, at least get that in there. The green formula also has minerals, but it also has the bamboo for the silica and the herbal vitamin C. So that's the collagen kit. But like I said, none of this is going to do any good if you keep smoking, if you keep having stress in your life, if you don't sleep properly, if you eat too late, if you're snacking all day long and your insulin levels are up all day long. Coffee, sodas, recreational drugs, whatever, all that stuff. You got to stop that. You can't just take some miracle stuff and think it's going to make all that go away. All right, so why do I have to be the guy that keeps saying the stuff that nobody wants to hear? Why do I have to be the bearer of bad news? Why can't I do fun stuff and just have entertaining videos? I don't know. I don't know why I'm this glutton for punishment. I keep saying things that make people moan and groan and go, I know, I've heard this before. I promise I'll make a change. And then months and years go by, and it's the same people in the comments leaving the same conditions they've had 5-10 years ago, because they're not changing. They can't stop the bread, they can't stop the cheese, they can't stop the sugar and the sodas and the coffee. And then they wonder, like, Marcus, why are you so irritated all the time? Because I care about people, because I'm frustrated. That's why. I know a few people are listening, and that's good. You're good. I'm happy for you. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations. But you are the minority. You are the few. Most people cannot change their ways. So anyway, if your skin is wrinkly and sagging and falling off your face, don't think getting plastic surgery, laser treatments, collagen peptides is going to make you look young again. You have to stop the crap that got you this way in the first place. And don't say it's old age. Look, I turned 61 this year. I don't think my skin is falling off my face. I'm not that bad. I still have hair. That requires collagen. My bones are strong. That requires collagen. I go to the gym. I work out. I go running every day. I get sunlight. You need sunlight. You need all this stuff. There's no shortcuts. All right, enough lecturing. This was one hell of a lecture, huh? If you want to learn more about this condition, I have a blood ebook at marcusebooks.com. I also have a heart ebook. In fact, I have ebooks on almost any health condition you can think of at marcusebooks.com. So whatever it gets a lot more into details, what the symptoms are, what to do about it, how to recognize what to take and all that stuff. It's all in here. I can't possibly mention everything in a short video like this. So that's why I created them. So you can help yourself, heal yourself at home for almost nothing. All right. Well, I hope you still like me somehow. I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. I'm rambling now. Okay, go have a nice Sunday, and I will see you, or whatever day it is, and whatever day of the part of the world you're in. Enjoy yourself. Start getting healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bet you they're all sitting there drinking a coffee while they're watching this. Burning out their adrenals. Slathering the butter on the toast. Smoking that funny green stuff.